Well, good morning, committee members. David Weisman of the Alliance for Nuclear Responsibility. And I come before you tomorrow seeking some follow-up on what I'm assuming must remain an open item from my visit before you back in June of 2012, 4 months ago. At that time, I read into your record a letter that we had sent to Chairman McFarland of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission regarding an outstanding letter from August 1st of 2011 that the NRC had sent to PG&E, the conclusion of which is new seismic information developed by the licensee is required to be evaluated against all 3 of the seismic design basis earthquakes, and the assumptions used in supporting safety analysis as described in the FSARU. Comparison to the long-term seismic program by itself is not sufficient to meet this requirement. Well, that was a letter sent on August 1st of 2011, and I came before you in June saying, okay, we were going to approach the 1-year anniversary on that. Has this analysis, this additional analysis required to complete the Shoreline report been provided? And I asked that, my exact words actually at the meeting were, so this is going on about a year now, and the question is, at what point can we expect PG&E then to actually submit for the Shoreline analysis these missing piece of comparing it to the original design basis and double design basis? When will we get this? Well, now it's September into October, and we've not seen any record of this information being provided. We looked at the website where the attorney Jennifer Post from PG&E provides the monthly updates to the ASLB, and in July, there was something on the website indicating it would come in August. That motivated our August 1st anniversary letter for this year. But then her August update pushed this to September. And now we haven't been able to find the September update to the ASLB on the website indicating that this information has been transmitted. At the time, Dr. Buttons did respond in June that his comments were at the time, this is the first, as best I can tell, order of events for PG&E and their seismic application as that the NRC is contemplating. They received it. They're reviewing it. We heard they're reviewing it. We don't know how it's going to come out, but when they've reviewed it, they're going to issue their opinion. We've heard that's imminent, but how do you know? We don't know that they've even transmitted the information. That's our question, is where's PG&E's submission to the NRC on that? And what proof do we have that that information was transmitted, let alone reviewed or received by the NRC? That's our question. Has the NRC even received this request for additional information from PG&E?
Well, it's an easy answer for us. If you want to know whether the NRC has received it, ask them, because we don't know either.
Well, what we did,
that's a simple answer. Now, if you want to know whether the Pacific Gas and Electric Company has sent it to them, ask them, because we don't know either. We just don't know. We are as captive as any member of the public is, if you don't mind my saying, in this particular arena. Sometimes we get a lot of stuff from the plant that isn't necessarily public. It's not that it's secret or whatever. We get it in advance and so on. But in this case, we haven't seen anything that isn't in the public domain, and we haven't seen anything. All right? So we just simply, in this case, don't know.
Could that be made one of those open item agendas where you then calendar it for follow-up as?
Well, yeah, it's actually embedded in the general open item that we have on our calendar to continue to examine this whole technical issue. It's part of it. I mean, when the NRC staff produces, as we have heard imminently, their review of the submittal from early 2011, you bet we're going to review it. When PG&E submits something else, you bet we're going to review it. And if there's something imminent that we want to talk to the PG&E staff about, we'll go and talk to them, as we have done in the past, and we'll do again. We call that fact-finding. But at the moment, that's not ripe, because we haven't seen anything that makes it ripe. Okay? That is, I've talked informally to the PG&E staff who say that until the NRC's thing comes to them and they get a chance to review it, this is still in the development stage.
The thing being the answer to this August 1st, 2011 request by the NRC.
As best I can
for additional information.
I wonder.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
I wonder if it would be helpful to Mr. Weisman that when the committee does its fact-finding visit to the site and ask for scheduling information, that may be helpful to Mr. Weisman. Would that be helpful to
Well, it
you?
would be, because this is an open, this is an actual licensing
We understand, we
issue,
understand.
yeah.
So just be sure the public understands. The PG&E sent a report in the winter of 2011. It's about a year and a half ago. I can't remember if it's March or April, or maybe it was February 2011, with their analysis at the time of the shoreline fault phenomena and their implications for ground motion at the site. And the NRC staff's been reviewing it ever since. And that NRC staff review will ultimately produce a report from the NRC about whether they, it's their evaluation of it and whether they think that there's additional information needed or whatever. But at the time, NRC and PG&E and sort of everybody agreed that there was some important additional information to be gathered in the field. And that's, of course, the substance of this proposed new field work. But as I understand it, PG&E's going to wait for the NRC's evaluation before they then submit something that's a revision.
Okay, then maybe I'm, because this request for additional information was based on a reevaluation of the shoreline fault data from that January 31, I believe it was, 2011 submittal, to reevaluate the initial two design bases.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It wouldn't require field information. It was a...
No, I understand that.
Yeah. All right, well, just putting it before you that it be an item that we continue to ask them and get no answer, so we thought perhaps you might be better equipped to get that answer from them.
We're, as I said, in this particular case, not privy to any information that isn't in the public domain, and we just have to wait and watch how that plays out. Okay.
All right, thank you for that update.
Thank you.